Join Dr. Tates in Doc's Herbal Corner as we explore the myths and truths of the herbal kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Doc's Herbal Corner. I am your host, Dr. Stephen Tates. Join us as we explore the science and mysteries of the herbal kingdom. You will learn about properties, functions, and physical responses plants and herbs can and will have on our body. But before we get started with our lesson plan for today, I want to test your basic knowledge on plants and herbs. So grab your pen or pencil and let's get started. Our question for today is on cayenne pepper. You ready? Will cayenne pepper cause or eliminate inflammation or swelling in the body? At the end of this segment, we will give you the answer. Our subject today is on cayenne pepper. Most of us think of cayenne pepper as just a hot pepper for seasoning. You know, when you're having your buffalo wings or you're having your chili and you want to make it nice and hot, you'll grab the cayenne as a seasoning that is hot. We don't think of it as having a lot of medicinal properties to them. But today we're going to change that. You're going to learn a lot about cayenne that you had no idea cayenne was good for. First, I want to mention you'll find a lot of different names with cayenne. You'll see cayenne, capsicum, African bird pepper. Your African bird pepper forms actually are your hottest forms because there are different degrees of cayenne. And you want to get the loose bulk kind where just a little bit you will feel that stimulation, which also actually helps with circulation. But in order to appreciate cayenne pepper, what we need to do is we need to look at the properties. You've always heard me explain properties, functions, physical responses. This is key in understanding the personality and identity of a particular herb. So today, because cayenne has so many properties, I want to go through each one of them and explain them in the time that we have so you can get at least a little better appreciation of what cayenne is about. So we ready? First, cayenne is a stimulant. That's a no-brainer. You know, put a little bit on your tongue or put too much on your food, you know it's a stimulant. You know, accidentally keep some on your fingers and rub your eyes with it, you really know it's a stimulant. But a stimulant actually helps increase or excite the functions of the body, which in turn will help the body be able to harness energy. One of the problems when we start to get ill is the body starts to get more and more and more sluggish. So having something that gets things to move is excellent as far as healing. So when you're looking at cayenne, cayenne is a very powerful stimulant. It's going to get things moving, circulating a lot better in the body. Next, believe it or not, cayenne is a tonic. And a tonic basically helps strengthen, invigorate, revitalize the body. So it's tone and building. So we have an herb that helps stimulate and increase circulation, especially like blood, urinary tract, glandular system, then a tonic that helps in rebuilding and nourishing the body. Next, we have what's called a carminative property, and I'm going to spell that for you. C-A-R-M-I-N-A-T-I-V-E. This means that it has what we call a volatile oil in it, which excites peristaltic action in the intestines. See, in our intestines, we have these little hair-like substances. They're like a broom that helps move waste out of the system. Many times with the waste we have in the body, this stuff stays clogged. So with its carminative properties, it helps that broom. it helps it flush, which in turn helps remove a lot of gas and fluid in the system, and especially a lot of gas which we can store in the body like forever. So it stimulates, tones, helps remove gas. Next we have what's called a sialogogue property, and that's spelled S-I-A-L-A-G-O-G-U-E. This promotes and increases the secretion of saliva, which helps with your digestive system. So we have the stimulant, we have the toning, the removing gas, and cayenne helps with digestion. So a lot of people use a little bit of cayenne when they have problems with digestion to help your body break down and digest the food better. Next, we have what's called a stomach property. Just like it's spelled, S-T-O-M-A-C-H, and then an I-C at the end of it. This basically stimulates and tones the stomach. So we have that stimulant, the overall toning for the body, the removal of gas, the helping with the flow of saliva, and toning and building the stomach, which also will help with digestion. Next we have what's called a rebophatic property, which is R-E-B-E-F-A-C-I-E-N-T. This is generally applied locally on the system to stimulate response on the outside of the skin. You have blockages and stuff on the skin, a little swelling, blood's not flowing through this area. What you want to do is apply cayenne locally. It will stimulate circulation. Yes, when you apply, skin may get a little red, might be a little bit irritated, but it is a stimulant. So it's going to help move things and get that blood flow going. Our next property is what's called a pungent property, which in simple words mean that it's prickly, acid, and penetrating. So when you put it on the skin, you put it in your food, you put it in your body, it penetrates deep into the system. We notice when we use cayenne on our chili and on our salads and in our soup that it feels like it's gone all the way down deep into our system. And in some cases, even deeper than we wanted it to. Next, which is extremely important, cayenne has what's called hemostatic properties. Hemostatic properties in simple English means that it will stop internal bleeding. So when you use it inside, if you have hemorrhaging or bleeding, it will help. On the outside, it's great as a first aid for helping to reduce excess bleeding. It's an alterative, which helps balance the system. It's an astringent, which helps condense the tissues and helps force waste out of the system. It's an antispasmodic, so it's going to help calm and relax and reduce spasms in the system. It also will help stimulate the glands to produce sweating. No brainer. It's a hot herb, so we understand that. It's also an emetic. So if you have problems with constipation, a clogged system, and you use a lot of cayenne, you got to be careful because it may trigger vomiting, which is an emergency form of cleansing. It's also an antiseptic, which helps cleanse and prevent pus, bacteria, or help destroy pus and bacteria in the system. We also know cayenne as a condiment. That's a no-brainer because we use cayenne as a stimulant. And finally is what we call an anti-rheumatic, which helps with rheumatic problems and also helps reduce inflammation and swelling in the body. This means that cayenne has what we've talked about, 10 to 12 very unique properties in cayenne pepper. So you understand now that it's not just a condiment, it is an herb that is excellent for helping in the healing in the body. Now, I want to get back to our question for today, and it happens appropriately to be on cayenne. Cayenne pepper, will it cause or eliminate inflammation or swelling in the body? It will actually help eliminate swelling and inflammation because of the stimulant and how it makes things move in the body. So if you had eliminate swelling and inflammation, congratulations, you had the right answer. Now I want to thank you for joining us today at Doc's Herbal Corner. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.